think you should be.
What's going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video we'll be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Nano. So shout out to Edit Name for commenting his top altcoin. If you guys would like to be shouted out in tomorrow's video, please make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications, as well as leave a comment telling me what your top altcoin is. Otherwise, let's jump right into the episode. Let's just refresh the cryptocurrency market cap. We do have a lot to talk about today, a lot of good news, so I did want to just kind of speed through this part a little bit quicker. So right now, as you guys notice, we are at a market cap of $390 billion. So money is moving into the market. We were lower yesterday, but money is moving in, and we will find out where. 24-hour volume is $21 billion, guys. That's a lot. Bitcoin dominance being slightly low at 38.3%. Interesting. But let's take a look at, kind of figure out why. So Bitcoin right now is $8,800, and we're going to check out why that is exactly in a few minutes. Not really down anything or up anything, kind of neutral right now. Ethereum is up 5%, we're going to look at that. And Bitcoin Cash just is booming, up 9% on the day. Wild. Litecoin, again, not doing anything, kind of relaxing, chilling in its place right now, and we're going to see kind of why that is. Up only 1% today, so not too much, not too much. Otherwise, let's just kind of skim through the market, see if anything catches our eye. Bitcoin Private, not sure what that is, up 15%. Zilliqa, up 15%. Bitcoin Diamond, up 13%. So a lot of these off coins, or like piggybacking coins. Eternity, up 18%. Golem, up 22%, I've heard of that. iOS token, up 30%, I've heard of that as well. So honestly, I want to say we're having a pretty positive day in the crypto space right now. We're seeing a lot of this after the breakout. Is it a coincidence? I don't know. So as you guys remember, we had a pennant flag formation in, I want to say, 3 of the blue chip stock, in the blue chip cryptocurrencies. And as we broke that, we've just seen a lot of positive days. Not to say that that's going to continue. There will be some days where we have a slight pullback, but for the most part, we're heading up. And let's check out why. Before I jump into Litecoin, guys, I wanted to pull up an article quickly. This is on Crypto Slate, and it's by a person named Sam Town. He wrote, Litecoin lighting up, approaching the $200. Litecoin news roundup. So let's just kind of skim through this article, see what we can get. This is my first time looking at it. But let's just go into it together. So a strong wave of positive sentiment is currently reinvigorating the flagging crypto market, like we've talked about, with instant payments focused on cryptocurrency Litecoin. Interesting, guys. We've been talking about that too. Recovering lost ground on the back of a spate of positive announcements and exchange listings. So yeah, we've been seeing a lot of happening. Litecoin has experienced a shaky start to 2018, with Litecoin prices dropping dramatically subsequent to the cancellation of the widely hyped LitePay launch. Yes, so basically we had this LitePay launch that was supposed to happen. It didn't really go as planned. I guess it was too much rumors. People bought the rumors and sold the news when they found out nothing really happened. So the market kind of tanked a little bit for Litecoin. But with Litecoin recently listed on Corbett, like we've talked about too, South Korea's second largest cryptocurrency exchange, paired with the announcement of the popular wallet provider 10x launching Litecoin support, Litecoin is making a strong comeback that appears to be ready to break back into the top 5 cryptocurrencies on the market cap. Yes, top 5. If you notice, I believe we are 6 right now. EOS pumped us up, but honestly, we're really not far behind them, and I do think we're going to blast way past that. Litecoin prices have suffered over the last month due to failed launch pay. Yep, that has happened. Otherwise, Litecoin founder Keith Young announced blah, 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 blah. The cancellation of LitePay project says Litecoin's value to drop from 160 to a low of 121 in late March, but recent announcements made have pushed Litecoin beyond 140. So yes, we did take a dip, but now that we're having a lot of positive news, and the fact we broke up of the pennant flag like we're going to look at, you'll see what is happening to the market. Litecoin did bounce back. 10x recently added Litecoin to their wallets, and we are working with them to launch Litecoin debit card. Guys, if you know that this comes out, I will be the first one to get it, because that is freaking awesome. I have a Shift card from Coinbase that I use to make cryptocurrency payments with Bitcoin. I'll show you guys that real quick in my wallet. Hold on. So it looks like this, guys. Check it out. It's the Shift Litecoin Bitcoin wallet credit card debit thing. Sorry, it's in my wallet. But yeah, it's a pretty awesome card. Definitely something you guys should check out if you like to use Bitcoin for your transactions. It's a debit card though, so it's up to you whether you want to do it or not. I like to use credit cards mainly, but if we can see some type of credit card pairment with cryptocurrency, I'm definitely going to be interested in that because I think that's the new wave of technology that we're heading to. Let's just read the rest of the article. We are also excited to announce a new partnership. We have reached out to and are working with the Litecoin Foundation to introduce a co-branded card for which more information will be available soon. We hope to become a preferred payment platform for fans and owners of Litecoin. So definitely interested. 10x and ABRA aren't the only major platforms teaming up with Litecoin recently. Cryptocurrency wallet and payment card provider WireX this week hinted towards Litecoin support. Hey, indicating that the platform is likely to begin facilitating Litecoin to fiat payments. That's awesome, guys. That is freaking awesome. Let's ignore that. That's stupid. But we'll just read it quick if you want, I guess for shits and giggles. While the crypto community doesn't appear to be fully forgiven Litecoin to the LitePay fiasco just yet, founder Charlie Lee was recently roasted, on Twitter to attempting to capitalize recent Verge Pornhub announcement. Turns out Verge's super expensive partnership was Pornhub. We think it was gained enough steam for us to penetrate the market. LOL, penetrate. Enough with the foreplay. He just keeps cracking jokes. Time to accept the real cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Litecoin, and I believe that is Stellar. So you can see Charlie Lee's basically pumping the cryptocurrencies that he says has the most value, Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Stellar right now. So very interesting, very interesting. The XMR is Stellar, and this is Verge, yeah. So let's just jump right into the technical analysis. I know you guys have been waiting patiently to see that. So let's just zoom out quickly, get an overview on for the new subs that have joined and want to catch up. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you just click on the end of the video. It'll post you back to yesterday's video, and you can just keep doing that over so you can kind of catch up on where we're at right now. Or you can just jump into a few weeks ago to see where we started and what my technical analysis has proven and shown and what we were expecting to happen. But basically, we had this Elliott wave triangle, and at the end of the Elliott wave, we are seeing whether or not we're going to hit E on this triangle or pennant flag. And, of course, that is exactly what we did. We made a D pattern, and then eventually we approached E and broke right through that. Look at that. Literally straight up. That is awesome. And I said if we do manage to break even ever so slightly above E, we're headed to the middle moving average, and we're going to try and break through that. Obviously, we went right to it and hit it. Now, the fact is that this is the daily chart we're looking at, and on the daily, the middle moving average is very, very, very strong. So if we're above it, it will act as support, and if we're below it, it's going to act as strong resistance. It goes either way. So it's a key and major, major, major area for Litecoin that we need to break. If we manage to break above the high-low middle moving average, it's going to act as huge support for Litecoin, guys. Huge, huge, huge support. So have your fingers crossed. Do I think we're going to break through that? Yes, of course I do think we're going to break through that. That's what it's there for. We use it so many times in the past. You can see how many times we go above and below it. But the fact that we broke through this downtrend that has been on us since December of 2017 is a huge indicator that we're trying to go up. What we're looking for too, guys, keep in mind, is the high-low middle moving average. You'll notice there's a red band and a green band that cross each other every so often. What we're looking for is to see this green band move up high enough to cross over the red band, indicating a bullish flag. So that's what we're trying to look out for. Otherwise, we're pretty much kind of flatlined right now. Kind of just pulling back slightly from that high-low middle moving average to gain a little more ground. I can't show you on the 4-hour, but we'll go into that in a second. But you'll notice that we pretty much just are testing that level right now and using 140 as support. If not, we're using 146. Is that another line of support, guys? Are we seeing another line of support? Definitely possible. Not going to draw it in, but if you guys wanted to, you could always move this line up right here, and we can use that as support. I guess we'll leave it there for now. But we're in this channel right now, and we do need to break that. But basically, we're hitting support, I can say, at around 146, and using 157 as a line of resistance, mainly for two reasons. One, because you have this high-low middle moving average creeping in, and also because 156 is a line of resistance. So what we're looking for right now is enough volume to push us above the 157 and kind of get us in the middle between these two bands right here. If we manage to get above these two bands, eventually we should have enough volume to push us even higher all the way up into the 200 mark, if not all the way up. Now, I've made predictions on where the price of Litecoin is going to go in 2018, and by the way this chart looks and the fact that we managed to break up, you basically calculate the percentage of this and apply it to where the breakout was, and you get a overall average of around $650 to $700 for a Litecoin, which is freaking crazy, guys, freaking crazy, but it's possible. It's definitely possible. If we do manage to go there, it's going to take a while, you know. We could see a breakout like this very quickly. It's definitely possible. But look at how many days this was, guys. This was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 5 or 6 days just from the breakout alone. Otherwise, you could see we've had much consolidation after the other breakout that we had back in, just moving this up to help us out. Back in whatever the 8th was, August, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Yeah, August 31st or September 1st. We had a breakout right around that area, and if I just stretch this out, you can see what I'm talking about. So you'll notice that we did have this breakout, which we're going to compare to what is happening right now. So you've seen we have one, and then we have a bigger one right here with an Elliott wave formation, and you can see we broke out on E, consolidated slightly, slight pullback to use the high-low middle moving average as support, and then we slowly just made our way up. Now, if you look at this breakout, this was, let's see how many days this was, because it's not just like instant, guys. It takes a while to actually manage to break up. So this almost took like 33 days just from here to here. So we went from a price of $54 to $100, which is double, but that took a month. That took a month, guys. That's what you have to be mindful of, is this stuff doesn't just boom. It's not going to make you a millionaire overnight. Possible, yes, but definitely not overnight. So obviously a good sign to see that we're moving up out of that, just like we did in the past here. But it could take us, you know, a month, if not 2 months, to break us even higher. It could be May or June before we can see some nice numbers into the $200 to $300 range. Definitely possible. Like, I'm just moving this out here, and this is all the way on, I think, June 21st. So we got a ways to go, guys. So be mindful, be patient, hodl. This is a good sign that we finally broke resistance that's been on us for like 4 months. This white line has been on us for 4 freaking months, guys. 4 months we could not break above it, and we finally did. That is a huge bull sign for Litecoin. Let's just move on to Bitcoin right now. Similar aspects, so I'm not going to talk about it too much. But you'll notice that for Bitcoin, again, we are following this line of support here, which I drew and I've talked about the past previous days. So you can reference that and look at yesterday's video if you want to see what I said. But basically, this has been acting as support since, I believe, April 10th, and today is now the 22nd. So we've had 12 days of support for Bitcoin, and I told you we were going to use that, and I said what's going to happen is we're going to shoot up, consolidate until we get back to that line, shoot up again, consolidate till we get back to that line, hopefully shoot up again, and then consolidate to this line. Now, you'll notice what we've run into is this high-low middle moving average. Similar to Litecoin, I think Bitcoin is better in that sense because it has this line of support to follow, and I do think maybe tomorrow or the next day we're going to see a movement higher or a push above this line of resistance right here, which is around $9,000 in that area. You can see where the green band is. So I do think we're going to break above that. I think tomorrow we may, or the next day may wake up to a $9,500, $9,300 Bitcoin, sorry, like in that range, $92 to $9,300, and kind of chill in between this high-low middle moving average until we can use this line again as support to bring us higher. This might be the new uptrend for Bitcoin, and it looks pretty freaking nice because that could bring us up to a $10,000 Bitcoin by the beginning of May, and that's freaking awesome. So definitely pay attention to that. But this is a big zone. This area right here, I'm just going to circle this for you guys. This is a crucial point for Bitcoin right now, facing the high-low middle moving average on the daily. Almost overbought on the RSI, but not too much. But yeah, this is a huge issue area for Bitcoin right now, as well as Litecoin and Ethereum. So we definitely need to make sure we can break above that green line because that is huge resistance for Bitcoin and will act as huge support if we can break above it. Otherwise, let's look at Ethereum right now. I left my lines on here from yesterday, but I kind of told you what was happening. We've had a line again of support for Ethereum since the 7th of April, and we have been just following it for quite a long time, I'd say. I could even correct this and move this right around here. So what I'm saying is, it looks like we're trying to challenge the high-low middle moving average, and we could break above it. It is very possible, but for right now, I can honestly see it continuing the step pattern. Either we break above here, which will be beautiful. You can see resistance is at around $650, $645. If we can break above that, that's awesome. But otherwise, I think we're going to hit it and kind of consolidate for a few days until we can break above it and go higher. But there's a lot riding on it, and I do think we can go up. If Bitcoin decides to break, which you can see this is a lot closer, break above here and bring us into the $9,300 region, it's going to force Bitcoin. Bitcoin is going to force Litecoin and Ethereum to move up with it, which is what usually happens. So definitely be mindful. This is a good market right now. Would I say to invest? Yeah, I think Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum are all great investments. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Spread it out. But that's my take on it. That's what I'm doing since the breakout. Otherwise, let's just look at Nano. So this seems to be like a pretty recent currency. We're looking at it on Bitcoin, Nano to Bitcoin on the Binance chart. Basically, what I'm seeing right now is a line of resistance, a line of support that obviously doesn't want to draw for me because it's being rude. Right around here, that's one. Obviously, one here as well. And then there are some lines of resistance at the top. This is a huge one right here. Huge, huge, huge. Is there one here as well? That's a tough one to call. Yeah, I'd say right around here would be another line of resist or support for Nano right now. Is it starting to make an uptrend? That's what we need to see. So obviously there was a downtrend right here that you can see, and it did pop up ever so slightly and is starting to move up higher. Doesn't seem like there's much volume moving into Nano though, which is interesting, but you can see what I'm talking about right here. We've had this downtrend, which I could probably fix more or less like that. That has been pretty much pulling Nano down, and we did break up out of it. You can see that mad spike right here. Slight consolidation up higher. We did manage to break through this huge line of resistance and are now kind of chilling above it, I'd say. So we're using it as support right now. As for where we're going to go next is hard to tell. There are other lines of resistance for Nano that it's going to have to challenge when it gets closer to these. I'd say this is probably one right here, and then there's another one right around here as well, and at the top. There's a few resistances, and there's a lot all across the board, but this kind of makes it look a little bit nicer, hopefully. You can see we're kind of in the middle on the RSI, so we can go up, and I do think we're going to continue up. There is a slight uptrend, I'd say, a very, very, very slight uptrend for Nano. So I think that is also helping bring it higher. So you can see we had that pretty wild spike right there back on the 19th, so 3 days ago, and we're kind of climbing on this. So what I can honestly predict that Nano is going to do is it's probably just going to climb this line here as support. You can see we broke through really quickly, and it now needs to consolidate a little bit and kind of catch up with the line of support here, and that's what it's doing. So I think by the 26th or the 27th, we can start to see some higher prices in Nano. But hopefully that helps you edit name. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And make sure to leave a comment below as telling me what your top altcoin is. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.